Wonderful. In our previous class, we introduced you to real-time data analytics. And also, we understood what are the important components of a real-time data analytics in Microsoft Fabric. The important components of a real-time data analytics in a Microsoft Fabric are we have event stream, we have event house, we have the KQL query set, which is a part of event house, and we have real-time hub, we have real-time dashboard, we have activator. Okay, these are the important components of a Microsoft Fabric which will facilitate the real-time analytics. Okay. We also understood them at a high level. Let us look at some of these components in detail as a part of upcoming classes. Now, the first and foremost thing is we have event stream. So, what are event streams? Anyone in the class? What are event streams?
Injection and transformations.
Okay. Any other thoughts from anyone?
So data injection and transformation can happen in the event stream.
Data ingestion and transformation.
Processing and transformation.
Okay. Yeah, that is what we discussed. Very good. Okay. So event stream, it is one of the module within the real-time analytics platform of a Microsoft Fabric. Right? These event streams allow to capture the data, transform the data, and route the data without writing any code. Okay. Instead of saying data, we can also say it's a data events. We already discussed about what are events. Okay. So it is one of the important module within the real-time intelligence platform of a Microsoft Fabric, which will allow us to capture, transform, route the real-time data events without writing a code. Means there are the packages which are available within the event streams, which will allow you to pick and choose to enable the real-time data analytics. That is event stream. So just to go further, when we say no code, right? What is no code means? Event stream has easy to use drag and drop interface to configure the movement of the data from sources and apply transformations on that and send it to the destination where that transform data is required. Okay. So when I say without writing a code means I'm talking about this. So we have easy to use drag and drop interface. Okay. So we are talking about this guy, easy to use the drag and drop interface. Knowing little bit more about the event stream, like basically these event streams in a way behave as data pipelines or function as data pipelines. Like if you remember the data factory, right, where we can construct the pipeline or develop the pipeline by joining the multiple activities. Here, Fabric event streams also like a data pipeline to capture the events from multiple sources and subjecting that data to the multiple transformations and routing them to the destination for further use. So in a way, I'm just reiterating the similar point in a different way so that when you hear about event stream in a different way, you won't get confused. Okay. So like imagine as if there is a conveyor belt, assuming that you are in a supply chain industry or manufacturing industry where there is a conveyor belt from one place to another place, a particular like raw material or something is transferred. Okay. So it is like where it's a conveyor belt where data flows and it is transformed as it moves along the pipeline. Okay. Basically, if you imagine any manufacturing industry, there'll be a conveyor belt from when material is passed from one place to another place, it undergoes some transformation. Parveen, are you able to imagine this? Shabna, are you able to imagine that? That manufacturing one,
Yes, sir.
right? It's the same thing.
Yes, sir.
It's the same thing, right? Shabna, right?
Ah,
Okay.
yes, sir, yes.
So that is what is done by event stream. Some of the key benefits of Microsoft Fabric event streams are, as I already iterated, no code experience. You can design the event data processing without coding, without literally coding. Okay, as I already explained, by using a simple drag and drop interface. And one more important aspect or use or benefit of event stream is you can connect the multiple connectors. And also, one more important use is flexible destinations. We'll talk about that. Okay. These are the important benefits of the Fabric event streams. So, what are the components of the event streams by any chance? Can anybody take a guess? What are the components? Muthuminal, what can be the components of event streams? Take a guess. I mean, it's okay if it is wrong also. What can be the components? Parveen.
So the same data ingestion.
Components I'm talking about.
Data source, transformer, data destination.
Ooh, bingo! There comes our Shabna today. Good. You are absolutely right, Shabna. Okay. So important components of event streams are, first thing is source. Okay. And the second one is transformation. And the third one is destination. How did you guess it, Shabna?
Yes, sir.
How did you guess it?
By thinking the past things, the
Very
components
good.
of each. Yeah.
Very good. Keep it up. Okay. So let us look at them one by one. Okay, see. Now, if you take a step back, what are we discussing? Parveen, what are we discussing at a high level?
Event streams, sir.
Event stream is a part of what?
Event stream is a part of real-time analytics
In Fabric.
in Microsoft Fabric, yeah.
Okay. So we are talking about the real-time analytics. Real-time analytics is supported by a real-time intelligence platform in a Microsoft Fabric that has important components like event stream, event house, real-time dashboard, real-time hub, activator. And within that, we are talking about the event stream. Within the event stream, we have three components: source, transformation, and destination. Okay? Okay, wonderful. So, what is the source we are talking about? What are the sources? What is the source here? Anyone?
Databases.
Okay? Okay, fine. Source is something which the data comes from. That's it. That is the source. Okay. So, right? Sources are where your event data comes from. As simple as that, right? Okay. So, but it is important. Even though it is simple, but it is important. Okay. You can stream the data from Microsoft sources and also ingest the data from non-Microsoft platforms also. You can see, basically, you are talking about the continuous flow of the data from different sources, and as and when the data is flowing, you have to apply the transformations and send it to the set destination. That is what is happening here. Okay. So the data has to be coming from somewhere, right? So those are the sources. And those sources can be from the Microsoft, or they can also be from non-Microsoft platforms. Okay. Now, so transformation is nothing but converting the data from one form to another form. Okay, we'll discuss that. Okay. Then we have destination. What is destination? Sharanya, what is destination?
Storage.
Okay. So what do you think, Parveen?
Target place.
Basically, in order to simplify it, destination is where the transform data sent to, right? So destinations are where your transform event data goes for storage, further processing, alerts, or integration with other systems. Okay? When you talk about the real-time data processing, you have a source from which the data is coming. Then you have transformation where the data is getting transformed. Then the destination is where the data is going to. That data is going maybe for storage, maybe for further processing, maybe for alerts or integration with other systems. Okay. So again, we'll discuss the different aspects of the destination. Now, when it comes to the sources, okay, we have different types of sources. Like Microsoft sources can be Azure Event Hubs, Azure IoT Hubs, Azure Service Bus, CDC, Change Data Capture Feeds, and database services. And then we have Azure Blob Storage Events. We have Fabric events like as Fabric Workspace, data changes in OneLake data source, and events associated with the Fabric jobs. Parvin, why not database? Why not Lakehouse is a source here?
Because we are dealing with the live data, sir. So Lakehouse and the database are they will hold the historical data.
Absolutely. So, Sabna, what is happening here is we are not talking about the static data. We are talking about the moving data. When we talk about the event stream sources, we only have to talk about the sources which produce the continuous data, the moving data. Right, Muttabinal? That is the reason you have to
Sir.
focus on only those sources. So basically, all these things, components, whatever are there, which I have listed here, all of them are, for example, event hubs. As the name suggests, event hubs means there are different event hubs. Azure IoT hubs means the data is coming from the different IoT devices, right? So all these, if you please carefully observe, all these sources are producing the data which is moving, which is right, continuous data. Please pay attention to that. Okay. So that's the thing. And also external sources like Apache Kafka. Again, Kafka is a for streaming. Kafka is a one of the messaging tool. Okay. And also you have Google Cloud and also something called message queuing telemetry transport. All these are internal sources. These are external sources. Okay. Main important thing is only those sources which produce the continuous data would be the sources for the event streams. Okay. That is very, very important. Okay. So anyway, this will be taught as a part of this one, hands-on. Okay. So the way you can configure the event sources is you can add the data sources using the event stream canvas. You have something called event stream canvas. Okay. There you can add the data source. Okay. So either you can create a new source or connect it to an existing source, which is no brainer. Okay. After the sources, what next should be done? Muthuminal, what next should be done?
Transform.
Transformation. Okay, transformation need to be done. We'll deal with the destinations first. Okay. So once the data is captured and processed, it can be sent to the destinations. Destination can be static. Remember that. Destination can be static. You guys are getting it, right, Parveen?
Yes, sir.
Right? So once the data is processed, it can be sent to the event house. It can be sent to the lake house. Okay. It can be sent to the custom endpoint. Custom endpoint is like not necessarily the destination within the Microsoft. We can make a custom application, okay, where this analytic data is needed. Okay, that it can be sent there. Okay. So some of the event stream destinations are something called derived stream. Okay. And something called, this fabric activator, you already know it because it is one of the important component within the real-time intelligence platform of Fabric. Okay. And also, how do you configure the event stream? Again, event stream canvas. Okay. So, like you can specify after a data source is connected. Basically, you can specify the destination after the data source is connected or after the optional transformations are applied. Okay, we'll take a look at that as a part of the hands-on. Okay. The next thing is transformations. So What is transformation, Shabda? What is transformation? Have we discussed the transformations?
Yes, sir.
We have discussed the transformation as a part of the data warehouse, right? So the same, if I ask you a question, Parvin, whether the transformations which are done as a part of the data warehouse are the same in real-time analytics or different?
I think it will be similar, sir.
Wonderful. Yeah, it is similar. So now when we say transformation, when we talk about the data which is emanating from the different sources, it will not arrive in the exact way the destination is needed, right? That is where we need a transformation. Okay. So transformation, as we have already discussed, is converting the data from one format to another format as per the business rules. Those business rules may specify to clean the data, enrich the data, reshape the data. Okay, you can do all those things. Whatever we have discussed in terms of transformation, logic, and all those things, I mean, the important aspect of the transformation, all of them would hold good here also with twist here and there. Okay, as our Parveen said, it is similar. It is similar. Okay, not different altogether. Okay. So some of the transformation scenarios are you will focus on the data quality by filtering out the invalid or incomplete data before processing. Okay, these are the focus areas or scenarios. Okay, so in these situations, for this particular dimension, you do these things. You do these things. Okay, then we have content-based routing. Okay, you route the different data subsets to different destination based on the different values. Okay, that is one more transformation. Then we have data enrichment. We have already discussed about this. Okay, we'll add calculator fields or we rename the columns. We'll convert the data type for third stream compatibility. Okay. Okay, so all those things you do as a part of the data enrichment. Okay, and you have aggregation and summarization. Okay, like basically you take the averages, you take the mean, you take the median, you take the standard deviation. All those things come as a part of the aggregation summarization. Okay, lastly, you would go for a format standardization, like date and all those things. It can be anything. It can be anything. Okay. Sometimes what happens is some of these things would cross. And I say like content-based routing, that can be even the as a part of content-based routing, you may use the format standardization like that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So these are the important scenarios. We did discuss this as a different way, in a different way when we discussed about the transformation in a data warehouse. What are those? You guys remember? How did we discuss this?
Transformation in data warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Filtration, like that.
Filter transformation, joining
Filter.
transformation.
Basic
basic conversion. Yes.
conversion, calculations,
Yes.
error handling, then
Yeah.
filter.
That is fair enough. Yeah. That is how we discussed, if you guys remember. Okay. I'm just discussing the same thing in a different words here. Okay. You guys are getting it, right, Parveen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Awesome. So, in order to do the transformations, okay, when I discussed about the event streams, one of the important thing I mentioned, right, Shabna, what was that important thing which I mentioned as a part of the definition of event stream? What did I say here, Shabna?
Route real-time data event without writing any code.
This is what I mentioned, right? Okay. So now, okay, if you don't need to write a code, but still you need to transform, then what should happen? If you need not write a code, but still transformation should happen, what should happen?
Use a column wise.
Okay.
Visual click and drag.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Parveen. Okay. So you would have the no code transformation that you can drag onto the canvas. So there are multiple no code transformation you can drag onto the canvas and perform the transformation. There are many, like filter. There is something called filter transformation, which will allow you to filter, as the name suggests. Okay. And we have managing the field, like adding the field, removing the field, and all those things can be done by this particular transformation. And you have aggregate. Okay, you can do multiple types of aggregation here. Okay, maximum, minimum, average, and all those things. Okay, so since event streams we are talking about the writing no code, there are already so many no code transformations available, which you can drag and drop and apply the required transformation. Okay, some of others are like group by. Okay, so if you don't know what is group by, you can just check out our channel in SQL. I guess we have explained in detail about group by. Okay, grouping by, we can group by one column and we can aggregate on other columns. Okay, and we have union. Okay, so we are combining the multiple sets. Okay, when I say sets here, we can talk about a table here. Okay, and we can expand. Like for example, whenever you have a array, B and all those things. Okay, when you expand, this will become one. This will become one row. Okay, this will become another row. Okay, like that you have one more transformation like that. Okay, you have joins. You can join different tables, like it can be a left join, right join, and all those things. So basically, event streams has a canvas in which you have multiple types of transformations are already available. That just drag and drop and make the modifications according to your business rules. So, like by taking some example here. So the way you can use the transformation, let us say, assuming that you are capturing the temperature of equipment continuously. Okay, how do you use that? How do you use the data and apply transformation, and how do you take the data for further use? Okay, the first and foremost thing is what you can do is, so you can use the filter and remove the sensor errors from incoming IoT data, because when you say it is a temperature, we are talking about the IoT data here. So basically, I am using a filter here. Okay, then so we can use manage fields to add one more column called priority. So then I can group. We can use a group by to calculate the hourly averages by a location, assuming the data is coming from different places. Okay, and then in the end, so basically whatever the average data is there, just send that to the different locations. Okay, like for example, activator. I think I did take this example other day. So let us say the average of a particular equipment in a particular location is more than the threshold, then we should switch it off. Something like that. Okay. So that can be sent to the activator. This is how you can use the transformation and build the workflows. That's all for now. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos. Thank you.